welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, July 29th, 2021. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. The opposition New Democratic Party today held a protest action in capital Kingston, starting from in front of the Parliament building and marched through the streets led by its leader, Dr. Godwin Friday. The protest was to be held during the meeting of Parliament, which was slated for today but was postponed to next week, Thursday, August 5th. On the picket line, the opposition leader said the postponement was expected but did not dissuade them. Dr. Friday said that they continue to keep issues of national importance on the front burner, including the Cornelius John shooting incident and steps being taken to make vaccines mandatory for a specific sector of workers.
What is important is that people understand that not because they run from the people today and say they cancel in Parliament till next week, we ain't stopping because of that. No. So we are here now. A lot of people tell me that they thought because the Parliament was put off, that the protest was put off. And so that's why some of them are not here. We heard that Ms. Morgan, her leave is over. Is she going to come back to the Parliament? These are issues you want to tell them that this is something that is not negotiable. That she must not return to Parliament while the matter is on the, when she's under charge. We are also protesting against the fact that the bills that are coming to Parliament, one of the bills, the Public Health Act Amendment, proposes to essentially put the Chief Medical Officer between your doctor and you in determining whether you should get a certain treatment or exemption from a certain treatment. That to me is a violation fundamentally of the patient-doctor relationship.
Dr. Friday said transparency and accountability also needs to be addressed, noting that the rule of law is being destroyed.
The reports of the director about it, every year indicates that they can't reconcile the overdraft between what the bank says and what the accountant general says in her ledger. And between 2010 and 2015, that amounts to $95 million. That the director about it can't be satisfied how that money is to be accounted for. That is unacceptable. We are a poor country, that's unacceptable. We need to know what happened to it. You can't say that it was spent properly, but the more important thing is you can't say that it was not.
The opposition leader said poverty is at an all-time high and the nation's roads are in a deplorable state, noting that the government's policies are not working for the people.
The roads, if you look at them, in my own community, the disrespect that they showed. When the government just simply come and say, we're going to take over the People's Community Center to put a police station and a clinic and the magistrate's court. When the people have been using the center for 20 years, almost every day, not even a comment, not even a request, not even an explanation. That's disrespectful. So all these things come from being 20 years in office, too long.
Some of the protesters gathered in front of the financial complex where they vent their frustrations.
Because we have our right to do what we want. You understand? And if you want to give us vaccine just so, that won't be good. So I'm standing up for that. I don't want a vaccine without my mate up.
People have bed and he talking about getting a new parliament. That is not health. We need health. Better health service. That is what.
Terrible state. I don't care for the passport walking the road. And that's again, our medical in this country is very, very poor. Very poor. Our country is very stink. The tourism is coming in. Where roads there? The drain roads are not clean. Never cleaning. What's going on in our country? Culture money gone. We are finding out the money by money.
Pressure, that's bus pipe. And it's too much now. So we have to stand up.
We want we money. We want we money.
And put we deeper in distress. No plan.
Poverty.
No plan whatsoever.
And some omnibus operators from Belair pulled their buses off the road today in protest of what they say are injustices meted out against them. Their main issue, however, is the approach they say that is being taken to get them vaccinated. The omnibus operators who parked their buses at Annesville outside the Massey store location held placards to highlight their concerns. The drivers said that they are among a group of people who are hesitant to take the COVID-19 vaccines for various reasons.
I mean, in spite of what is going on, we have rights. And technically, personally, we feel offended a lot. That's why we're taking a stand today. So some of us, you know what I mean, we might be allergic to certain things we don't know, and taking the vaccine, you know what I mean, might be detrimental to plenty of us, and many of us is the only provider for our household. So
are you vaccinated?
No, I'm not vaccinated.
And do you intend to be vaccinated?
No.
If we want to take the vaccine, we'll do it off with free will. Don't force it on us. So that's one of the reasons why we're here today. And we would continue to go through the struggle until we get what we want.
We just want equal rights, you know what I'm saying? That's it, you know what I'm saying? We just want to make our own choices, you know, whether to take it. We just want to be nobody to just force the vaccine on us. Give us the opportunity to, you know, say, make that decision, you know. So that's all I'm saying, you know, give us a choice. Just don't, you know, run it down our throats and expect we to just, you know, we take that. We're not going to go for that. So.
While they continue to feel the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, the omnibus operators say the protocols in place for them have also been negatively impacting their operation.
These have gone up twice since the volcano erupt. We're still forcing to carry 12, and you know what I mean, still can't get no subsidy from the government since last year. This year they promised us, you know what I mean, subsidy. Nothing still. So you know what I mean, it's very frustrating.
Taxes gone up, right? The government promised us subsidies. Up to now we can't get nothing yet, right? People have loans by the bank, so that's why we're feeling it. That's why we're here. It's too much pressure on we. And the government ain't doing nothing to easy strain off of we. All they're trying to paint a bad picture to us, to the public. And it ain't so.
Good point.
It ain't so at all. We feeling it real hard.
For the longest while, to me, it's real pressure. In terms of you cannot carry the right amount of passengers, number one. At the end of the day, these look gone up. You carry extra, they're giving you tickets and stuff like that.
It's real tough, man. Ticket after ticket after ticket, and it's hard. You know, I haven't been on the road for like about a week now, you know, because it's not feasible for me to, you know, me go on the road, everything is just ticket. You know what I'm saying? Even though you have the masks and following all the protocols and everything, the police just looking for something to give you a ticket.
Opposition Senator Siobhan said all houses in the red zone, especially in North Windward, should be assessed so that the owners could receive the necessary help from the government. Speaking at the NDP's virtual meeting on Tuesday night, John said a number of homes in the area were severely damaged by the explosive eruptions of La Soufrière volcano, noting that while the damage to some of the homes are quite visible on the outside, there are others with damage on the inside which must be taken into consideration for the assessment.
I have been into houses also where the rafters have broken because of the weight of the ash, where the house roofs have caved in. When you are sending out workers for assessment, you should not only send out workers to assess those that cave in. Every home in North Windward have experienced some form of damage. So I am saying tonight that the government should ensure that all homes are assessed and that help should be given to everyone in the community to ensure that their houses and their livelihood are better when resettlement takes place. We need that form of representative.
Speaking on electrical inspection that is currently taking place in some areas of the red zone, Senator John said that this will bring additional expense to some homeowners and that the government should also provide assistance to those who would have to get their homes rewired.
When we are going back and at the moment of cleanup, electrical inspections are taking place. If your home is damaged, and as I said earlier, most homes in the red zone north of the river have been damaged. So if the homes are damaged, obviously the inspection process, you're going to fail. It means therefore that some homes have to rewire. Remember, this is not what we budgeted for. Additional expense is what we are going to incur there. We never have the money in the first place because most persons in the rural area have been unemployed, or they are working for wages that are way below the poverty wage.
John also highlighted what she said is another stressing issue that homeowners from the red zone is currently facing, that of security, noting that a number of homes have been broken into as there is no proper form of security in the area to secure properties.
For the eruption, we were assured by NEMO that our homes will be secured, our animals will be secured. But up to this present time, it is not so. Persons' homes are being broken into, their TV gone, their clothes gone. We have numerous people having that problem. I think that our government have enough resources to send police officers and to station them there, whether it be mobile station or whether it be through doing patrols, which would help to deter the thieves in the communities. And it would give us, who are not within the community, a peace of mind, knowing that we are not there, but our homes are secured.
In other news, the Ministry of Tourism will launch its Sails in Vincent and the Grenadines product to kickstart the yachting season 2021, which is scheduled to begin in November after the hurricane season. At a news conference on Tuesday, Minister of Tourism and Culture Carlos James noted that even with the challenges faced last year, there was an uptick in activity in the first quarter of 2020, signaling a clear opportunity for St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a destination with some of the best sailing waters in the world.
We're expecting to launch at sometime at the end of the hurricane season, going into November, a product called Sails in Vincent and the Grenadines. It's one of an interesting type of activity where we will be what we consider a call to action to all for yacht service operators and charter companies and yachties around the world, to signal to them that St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we're done, but we're not out, and we're open for business. This is a destination which has some of the most beautiful sailing waters in the world, and I'm welcoming persons to this destination. November, we launched Sails in Vincent and the Grenadines. Despite all of the challenges we've had last year, interestingly, in the first quarter, we saw a slight uptick in yachting, and it clearly shows that there is the opportunity and the potential for us to really exploit that particular aspect of the industry, and to see how much we can get as much yacht charter companies here and sailors to our destination.
While cruise passengers will not be able to freely explore the island due to the COVID-19 protocols, yachties will not be subject to the same restrictions. Minister James said after these individuals quarantine for 48 hours on their vessels, they will be able to fully enjoy the island.
The cruise tourism protocols wouldn't apply. What would apply then is that quite naturally the usual 48-hour period of quarantine, whether it's bareboat on the vessel or in a hotel or tourism-approved facility, and then the move to the vessel. but they will be free to walk around St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to engage and take advantage of the hospitality of our people and the beautiful scenery of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So they're not restricted as to where they can go. Just to differentiate that from cruise tourism. One of the reasons for cruise tourism having that differentiation is that they don't then come to St. Vincent and quarantine for 48 hours. They disembark from the ship the very same day the ship arrives. And therefore, there's that important reason to ensure that we protect the local population from them, and we ensure that the local population do not compromise the bubble as well. So that's the differentiation. But in terms of yachting tourism, those sailors are expected to walk around freely after their period of quarantine, and there's no hassle where that's concerned.
The Tourism and Culture Minister also discussed packages that will be offered to yachties, including on and offshore excursions.
Events are being planned both onshore and offshore as it relates to yachting tourism. So when you come to the destination as a sailor, you are not just coming to enjoy the waters and stay on your ship. We are expecting to engage in a series of tours across the island, even visiting some of the volcano-ravaged sites, giving them the experience of going up to the Lassofre by sea, and working with the Coast Guard and Maritime in relation to ensuring that we do that in a very safe manner, and also visiting sites like Darkview Fall and Richmond, Wallilaboo, and so on. So we have a number of package tours for the yachting sector when we expect the yachties to come to St. Vincent, and that is something we're looking forward to in November.
74 police officers have completed 2 years of probation, thus making them full-fledged police officers in the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. During a ceremony on Tuesday, Commissioner of Police Colin John told the officers from course number 37 who received their confirmation of appointment in the rank of constable certificates that this is a new phase in their careers and they need to endeavor to continuously improve their performance and service to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Commissioner congratulated the officers on their confirmation and urged them to be loyal, law-abiding and professional in the conduct of their duties. He cautioned them that as police officers, they are not above the law, but must seek to enforce and abide by the laws in the exercise of their daily duties. The officers from course number 37 commenced their initial training at the Old Montrose Police Training School on January 3rd, 2019, and were the first batch of recruits to have received training after the passage of the Police Amendment Act of 2018. That amendment increased the probationary period from 18 months to 24 months. It also stipulates that rather than taking the oath of office upon recruitment into the constabulary, all recruits will do so upon successful completion of training at the police training school. The police here are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of Alwyn Franklin, a 53-year-old laborer of Dixon, Georgetown. The Police Public Relations and Complaints Department said, according to investigations, about 10:10 p.m. on Wednesday, police at the Georgetown Police Station were alerted to a chopping incident that occurred at Dixon. On arrival at the scene, the unresponsive body of Franklin was met with multiple chop wounds. He was pronounced dead by the district medical officer. A post-mortem examination is expected to be conducted on the body to ascertain the exact cause of death. Franklin's death marks the 21st murder and the 22nd homicide recorded in SVG for 2021. Investigations are ongoing. Meanwhile, the police are also investigating 2 shooting incidents, one at Victoria Village on Sunday, July 25th, and the other at Kelboni on Monday, July 28th. In reference to the incident in Victoria Village, a mass assailant allegedly wounded a 26-year-old laborer of Stubbs by unlawful and maliciously shooting him about his body with a gun. In Kelboni on Monday, July 26th, 3 mass assailants armed with guns wounded a 53-year-old farmer of the same address by shooting him about his body. The complainant, who is warded at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, is reported to be in stable condition. The police are asking person or persons with information that can assist with these investigations to contact the Assistant Commissioner in charge of crime at telephone number 1784-4561339 or any police station or officer that you are comfortable with. All information, they say, will be treated confidentially.